welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Mr. Korn Dabbaransi, former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand. As I invite you, sir, to kindly join us on the dais. Also inviting onto the dais Justice O.P. Verma, former Governor and Chief Justice, Mr. Sangram Patnaik, Advocate, Supreme Court of India, our very distinguished panel on the dais. To our Achievers International Achievers Summit and Conference and the award presentation ceremony to order. Once again requesting all mobile phones to be put on to silent mode, and we welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Mr. Korn Dabbaransi, former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, with a floral bouquet. Mr. Vijay Singh to do the honors. Verma, former Governor and Chief Justice. He's here with us from India. We welcome you, sir, with a floral bouquet. Here with us all the way from our country. We welcome Mr. Sangram Patnaik, Advocate, Supreme Court of India, with a floral bouquet. We welcome Justice O.P. Verma, who was former Governor and Chief Justice. May I request you, sir, to kindly address the distinguished audience present here. Please put your hands together to welcome Justice O.P. Verma for his address. He will also be the Governor and Chief Justice in India.
Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Dabbaransi, former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, other dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries in the front, and international achievers, ladies and gentlemen. At the very outset, I congratulate all the awardees who are here this evening in this hall for having brought distinctions in the fields, respective fields they belong to. There are many from the industrial side, many from the educational side, and many of different activities. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you should be proud that you belong to a country which is a great country, and a country of 21st century. Youth, then that will take over the entire developed nations. Because all developed nations all over the world, they depend on Asian force. Workforce, go to the developed nations from India. Skilled persons are from India.
And the award now goes to Mr. Sujin, Jekash, Simson, who's Managing Director of Healthcare Solutions Private Limited firm from Nagarcoil, Tamil Nadu. And now I have the privilege in inviting our Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Mr. Korn Dabbaransi, former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, to kindly give his address and address the distinguished audience present here. Please put your hands together to welcome our Honorable.
Honorable guests on the dais, distinguished friends, first of all, let me take this opportunity to congratulate all of you, these distinguished awardees, who have been presented with the International Achievers Award this evening. Before I proceed further with my speech, let me take this opportunity to ask all of you, those of you who are here for the first time in Thailand, please raise your hands. What took you so long? Your hand down, please. Thank you very much. My dear friends, I have several things to tell you this evening, and I believe and I hope you will go back to your home country, taking back the memory, because, my friends, it will be the 3.2 that will represent the real tangible growth of the world economy in many years to come. Why? Look back at the world map again. What do you see in Europe? You don't see much, you don't see any growth at all. The Eastern Europe, they're still fighting between each other. What do you see in the Middle East? You see a lot of unrest, a lot of shootings. You watch on the television evenings, news every evening, they're still fighting between each other in that part of the Middle East. In Europe, not so much. In the Eastern Europe, still fighting. What do you see in the United States? Very dominant, very peaceful among themselves. Would you not see much either in South America? You don't see much either in Africa except Ebola. What do you see in Australia? A very peaceful country, so far away. All of these, Thailand is friends with all of these regions of the world. Thailand is the only country that have no enemies with anybody on this world map. And Thailand is ideally located right in the middle by geography, right in the middle of the ASEAN community. As a former Deputy Prime Minister, I would like to say that the 3.2, and you are a part of the 3.2. The 3.2 will play the most significant contribution to the world economy in many, many years to come. One reason, we will be able to achieve the regional peaceful coexistence. I use the word peaceful coexistence because many years back, all of us who have followed the news, read the paper, you must have seen some border conflicts between India and China. Many times along that border to the north of India, to the southwest of China, we have seen in our memory so many border tensions. All of these tensions that had been lingering on and on for many, many years in the past had already evaporated and vanished on the birthday of your Prime Minister in Gujarat. Why did it evaporate on that date? Because it was the day, for the first time in the history, that the President of China went to say happy birthday to Mr. Modi at his hometown. Never before the President of China would pay such a very, I would say, gentleman courtesy to pay respect to Mr. Modi on his birthday. And for the first time, if you look at the diplomatic protocol, if a country leader would visit to another country, he would normally have to visit the capital first. And that occasion was the first time ever in the diplomatic history that the President of China went to India, not to Delhi first. Why didn't he go to India? As usually diplomatic protocol would command such a gesture. And the Chinese leader simply say, I would not want to go to Delhi because I want to say hello to my friend on his birthday. I want to go there and sing happy birthday to my friend Mr. Modi in his hometown. And that was the biggest turnaround for the relationship between China and India. Never before been achieved by any leader of any country in this part of the world. That was diplomatically considered as a very smart move by China. One day after Gujarat happy birthday party, they together came to Delhi. And they followed the diplomatic protocol. All of this photo taking, all of this photographing and everything else. But I'm just telling you that after I had seen that on television, Mr. Modi and Mr. Xi Jinping singing happy birthday together in Gujarat, I tell you, my friends, Thailand right here, sitting in the middle of the ASEAN community, have nothing to do what only we don't have to do anything but smiling. Because Thailand has been enjoying such a very good, close friendship associations with China. Thailand has been enjoying very close, excellent relationship with India for many hundreds of years. Thailand religious philosophy is originated in India. We all know that. Thailand is a Buddhism country, and we all know that Lord Buddha himself came from India. He became enlightened in a city called, in India, Puttagaya. Where is Puttagaya? It's in India. So we highly respect your country. We highly respect the religious philosophy of India very much. What Mr. Vajpayee, the Prime Minister then, he was so understanding and kind. He accepted my invitation. I said, Your Excellency, Prime Minister, would you be kind enough to come to Thailand and sign a free trade agreement? You know what he said? He said, Deputy Prime Minister gone, I will have to look into my schedule. This is a very diplomatic answer. But before I said goodbye, I asked him one question, and it took him an hour and a half to give me the answer. I asked him, Mr. Prime Minister, the name of the official residence of the Indian Prime Minister, the name of that residence was called Panchavati. Panchavati. That's what they said. I said, Your Excellency, why Panchavati? And it took him 90 minutes to explain about Panchavati, because I know Panchavati in Thailand. And he said Panchavati. After he told me about that Panchavati for 90 minutes, I said, Your Excellency, would you now accept my invitation to come to Thailand? And he said, Yes, I will go to Thailand, Mr. Gon. I will go to sign the FTA in Bangkok, as you invited me. And that's what happened. He came here. My foreign minister during that time, he was very surprised. My prime minister was very surprised. We were all prepared to go to Delhi. Diplomatic protocol would say, you must go to Delhi to find the FTA, to sign the FTA with the Prime Minister of India. But when we were informed that the Prime Minister of India decided to come to Thailand to sign it, the foreign ministry officials, they could not understand how I was able to achieve that. And when they came back, I said to the Prime Minister, one word that decided the Prime Minister of India would come to Thailand to sign the FTA, that one word was Panchavati. And that was true. And now I'm very happy. I'm very happy now that Minister Arun Jaitley is now, to me, very powerful person. Minister of Finance on one hand, Minister of Defense on another hand. He controls all the armed forces. He controls all the financial institutions of India. Now I think it is the time now to renew our free trade agreement discussions, to complete the total free trade between our two countries. Now the time has come. And for your information, I have also been approached by Thai ambassador in Delhi, the present Thai ambassador in Delhi, knowing that Minister Arun Jaitley and I were such a good friends during that period of 2003, 11 years ago, and the free trade agreement had been stalled, had been shelved for 11 years. Such a shame. Both countries, both sectors in the private sectors could have enjoyed a much more higher benefit between us. But that did not happen because it was stalled, it was shelved by the former government. Now, the ambassador of Thailand in Delhi is now very motivated, very enthusiastic to move forward again. And he's been calling me from Delhi. Minister Korn, when are you going to come to Delhi? I said, why do you call me so often? He said, the only chance that he will get to see Minister Arun is to follow my footsteps into his office, because ambassador do not usually get that privilege. Ambassador will meet only Director General in the Foreign Ministry. We will never get to see Minister of Finance or Minister of Defense. So he's waiting for my trip to Delhi, which I will program that very soon. My friends, if we were able to conclude the integrated free trade agreement between Thailand and India in time for this integration of ASEAN community, we have already got free trade agreement Thailand and China in place, waiting for another 1.2 of India to become about a part of the 3.2. This is the message that I would like all of you to take back home, talk back to your colleagues and your friends back. You know the 3.2, what it means to you? It is the biggest trading opportunity in the world. And those of you who have also been following the largest economy, the largest growth of economy of the world is in China, and many of you who are also interested to sell your products to China, and you don't know how to make the approach, take my advice. Do not go to China. Come to Bangkok, and I will go to China with you. This is my advice.